Let me see. Okay, on the record. In the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Takesha Culberson, file number 23-02251 and 23-02087. Council appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, or afternoon, Your Honor. Casey Mark Herring appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Brown on behalf of Ms. Culberson.
Okay, Ms. Culberson is present from Ingham County Jail, and today was the date that was scheduled. There's a show cause on one and then a violation of probation on the other. Are we having a hearing on the probation violation?
No, Your Honor.
I think the show cause that she owed $50. Is that what this is? That's correct. Ms. Culberson, you want to enter a guilty plea today?
Yes. Yes.
Let me have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
What was that?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I swear.
Okay, you can put your hand. You can put your hand
Okay.
down. Okay, so you were previously arraigned on the violation. And the violations alleged that you failed to submit to testing and that you never enrolled, that you failed to enroll in intensive outpatient treatment, that there was no proof provided to probation, that you failed to enroll in CBT, there was no proof to probation, that you failed to engage in mental health treatment, and there was no proof of that provided to probation. And there's also another requested summons indicating that you failed to enroll in a GED program and provide proof of that to probation. And so you do have the right, ma'am, to have a contested hearing today. And you have the right to be represented by your attorney at that hearing. And Mr. Raleigh from the Public Defender's Office is here to represent you. So you want to waive your exam? I'm sorry, you want to waive your hearing on the violations?
Can I have a hearing today?
You can have a hearing right now if you like. We'll call the probation officer up.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
Yes. Wait, what do I do? Huh?
If I may, Ms. Culberson, are you intending to plead guilty to the violations or plead not guilty where then the state would have to prove the violations?
Plead guilty.
Okay, so you want to waive the hearing and enter a guilty plea to the violations. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to do that?
No.
Has there been any promises extended to you to enter a guilty plea to these violations?
No.
Okay.
I know it's always hard for me. It would take a long time for it to hit my ear.
It takes a long time for what?
For me to recollect it.
Okay. As to the violation that you failed to submit to testing and failed to enroll in intensive outpatient treatment, failed to enroll in CBT, and failed to engage in mental health treatment, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the violation that you failed to register or enroll in a GED program, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Culberson?
Yes.
Is it true that you were sentenced to a term of probation by this court in April of this year?
It's that again, sir. Can you please repeat yourself? I'm sorry.
Yes. Is it true that you were sentenced to a term of probation by this court in April of this year?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And as part of that probation term, were you required to complete certain programming?
Yes. Although
One
I
of those-
was not, oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
Was one of those requirements that you were to enroll in substance testing?
Yes, sir.
Is it true that you did not enroll in substance testing?
Yes, sir. I did not.
Was
And
another
I-
requirement that you were to enroll in and complete cognitive behavioral therapy?
Yes.
Is it true that you did not enroll in that program? Were you also required to enroll in a GED program?
Yes, I was.
Is it true that you did not enroll in that GED program?
Yes.
Were you also required to enroll in intensive outpatient treatment?
Yes, I was supposed to.
Is it true that you did not, in fact, enroll in that treatment?
Yes.
That covers everything.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis, and I'll accept your plea. I find it to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. The recommendation from probation is to terminate the probation and impose jail. It says from the probation officer that this officer had concerns during the pre-sentence interview. The defendant was a flight risk and struggles with mental health, ongoing substance abuse, and non-compliant behaviors. You can address the court, Mr. Rowley.
Your Honor, after speaking with Ms. Culberson, she fully admits that she did not really begin on her probation requirements at all after sentencing. She says that frankly, she had unstable housing. I believe that is certainly true. She had an ongoing substance issue. She has been in custody apparently virtually the entire time since May, when she was went into custody in Kent County. Then once she was released, she came to Kent County. All that is to say that at this point, she certainly acknowledges that she has serious problems she needs to address. She tells me she wants to go into rehab if that's at all possible at any point. She is serving a sentence in contempt here until November 20th. That's the scheduled update. So I think our hope is that she can begin to receive some services while in custody, and perhaps maybe go into inpatient rehab if such a thing is available to her at the end. But as far as sentencing on this probation violation, my request would be that any jail sentence be concurrent with her continuing contempt sentence that has the outdate.
It absolutely will be non-concurrent. She will serve the contempt before proceeding and consecutive to any sentence that she does get on this charge. Ms. Culberson has no control over her behavior. And she presented herself to the court the last time she was before me in a manner that was grossly disrespectful. She was belligerent, and she proceeded to curse me out and call me out of my name.
I
Ms.
do
Culberson,
apologize.
your opportunity to speak is not now.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Culberson was given an opportunity, even after the probation department opined that it was not a good idea to put her on a term of probation. I gave her a chance. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I gave her an opportunity to show me otherwise. This is even after she had failed to appear multiple times before me, before I could even get her sentenced. And had to remand her just to put her on probation. Well, Ms. Culberson decides that once she's picked up and she's brought here for me to address the bench warrant and the arraignment of the probation violation, that she's going to do what she's going to do. When I told her she's remanded until the time that we can hold a hearing, that was only last week. It wasn't even a full week ago. She's gonna be remanded because I don't wanna have to go looking for you again before we can hold this hearing because I want this issue resolved. She lost all complete, utter control of herself. She caused a ruckus in the jail. She disrupted this court. She disrespected the proceedings. She will serve the full amount of her contempt, which is 93 days Ingham County Jail. And she will serve that consecutive to the sentence on this probation violation. She completely blew probation off. And I recognize she did have a time period in which she was in custody, but she had already absconded from this probation before she went into custody in the other county. So to use that as an excuse won't work here. She did nothing, zero things to show that she was going to be accountable for her behavior. And this is a charge where she was originally charged with 2 counts of police officer assaults. She has been cycling through our system long enough. I'm not babysitting her anymore. She's going to serve the full maximum 365 days Ingham County Jail on this charge. She'll get credit for whatever time that she served prior to the contempt. She won't get credit on this for the contempt time. She's gonna serve that first. She's not getting any release into treatment because she won't stay there. That's been tried before. Ms. Culberson wants to do what Ms. Culberson wants to do, and she is not a good candidate to be in the free society because she can't control herself. She has a criminal history that involves assaultive actions, not just on the public, but on police. And it's my responsibility now to keep her from further assaulting other individuals for at least as long as I can under this charge. So that's the order of the court. She's discharged from probation. The balance of $485 will be referred to collections. She'll serve 365 days, beginning at the end of her contempt 93 days. Any additional matters for the?
Your Honor, can I please be able to be trustee because I did plead guilty and I.
You're not gonna be a trustee under my watch because I can't trust you. You don't know how to act. Any additional matters for the record?
No people.
You're all set.